starting now. So, sorry, guys, my last stream got cut off. Shitty internet service, right, as usual. तो इसलिए मेरी लाइव स्ट्रीम बंद हो गई थी. I had to reset my router, restart my router, and get started once again on the live stream. But yes, I am live once again with all of you guys. So, welcome back if you're just joining in. So we were talking about the spotlight, the problem of being in spotlight, and why there could be quite advantages of being underrated, right? And here's where the problem truly lies, right? So to me, being underrated basically starts hurting your ego, right? Being underrated hurts your ego. It feels like that I'm not getting seen, I'm not getting traction, I'm not valued, right? I'm not growing, I'm behind, maybe I'm a failure, maybe I'm failing. But ego discomfort is not weakness in the true sense. If you really understand, it's basically training, right? If nobody believes in you yet, then what I feel, you can build without noise, build without distractions, build without any sort of a worry or concern from the outer world, right? There's too much of a noise in the outer world, and most of us get distracted because of that. And if nobody believes in you yet, that's a golden opportunity for you to continue working, progressing slowly by slowly, step by step, day by day, and building and moving towards your dream without any sort of a interruption or noise, external factors disturbing you, right? And noise is basically distraction. That's all it is, right? But if there is complete silence, right, if there is complete silence in terms of people ignoring you, people not bothered about you, not paying attention to you, right, keeping you on the sidelines, right, that's a brilliant space, because silence basically sharpens you, right? You tend to be in your comfort zone, right? Not in the wrong sense. You tend to be more focused, right? Because you're not getting distracted. Think about it from this angle. Think about a business, okay? When you start small, okay, when you start a business and you start small, you make mistakes privately, right? You make mistakes which go unnoticed by the world, right? And this is your advantage, right? Because nobody's bothered about you, nobody cares about you, nobody is watching you, you're not in the spotlight. That brings you a benefit of making as many mistakes as you want, experiments as many as you wanted to, and continue walking and progressing slowly here and there, right? But when you're big, when you're under the spotlight, right, mistakes can be expensive, and mistakes can be very public, right? They don't go unnoticed, right? You constantly in under that radar, where you are being analyzed by people because you're under the spotlight, right? When you're already big. An underrated phase is basically more like a rehearsal period, where you get to rehearse again and again on the things that are not working out. So you constantly get to, right? Sorry, by the way, I'm facing difficulties with my internet service once again. Just give me 1 second. I don't know what's wrong with it today. Too much problem with the internet. I'm seriously considering changing my internet ISP, man. This sucks, right? पता नहीं क्या हो गया इंटरनेट प्रोवाइडर को. मैं कल भी बता रहा था आप सभी लोगों को कि जब मैं नया नया यहाँ पे आया था, मैंने नया नया इंटरनेट कनेक्शन लगवाया था, तो ये बहुत अच्छा चलता था. आई वॉज वेरी हैप्पी विद दिस. बट ऑफ लेट दिस हैज़ बिकम क्वाइट प्रॉब्लमैटिक है. बहुत इश्यूज हैं, बहुत फ्रस्ट्रेटिंग है, राइट, दिस इंटरनेट सर्विस ऑफ माइन. So अगर आप लोग फरीदाबाद में रहते हो and you know of a good internet connection, तो comment section में लिख के please मुझे recommend कर दीजिएगा, because यहाँ पे I've tried like 2-3 of them including Airtel, and supposedly Airtel's internet service was the worst अभी तक. But yes, uh, so yeah, if you guys are just joining in, welcome to the live stream. My name is Gagan and I am discussing the quiet advantages of being underrated with all of you guys. So we were just unpacking a couple of thoughts here and there, right? There were a couple of things that I wanted to discuss with you, and this might actually be your biggest advantage right now, that you are being underestimated, you are underrated, right? Because you're not in the spotlight. Nobody's watching you, nobody's paying attention to you, you're not flashy, you're not powerful enough right now that people start following you at the moment, right? Or not exciting enough, right? uh, but all of this is an advantage for you, right? All of this is what will eventually make you powerful, right? So let me say this very clearly, right? The people who look suddenly successful were underrated for years. Okay? किसी को भी सफलता एक दिन में 2 दिन में नहीं मिली है. आपको लगता होगा कि ओवरनाइट सक्सेस मिल गया है, इसने इतने पैसे कमा लिए हैं, इसने एक बड़ा घर ले लिया है, बड़ी गाड़ी, बड़ा नाम हो गया है, राइट? ओवरनाइट सक्सेस नहीं मिलता है यार, ठीक है? पीपल जनरली स्ट्रगल very quietly in their own spaces time and again, right? And we don't get to know about any of this. By the way, I can see a couple of names over here. Hussein loves Masera, right? Okay, Hussein ji, definitely I'll write it down. Thank you so much. A big shout out to both Hussein and Masera, and may their love continue to shine and spread, right? So thank you guys for joining in. So we were talking about the quiet advantages of being underrated and not being in a spotlight, which is constantly clashing with your ego, right? So yeah, so if you guys are just joining in, right, so stick around for a while, because this is when it gets interesting, and I'm live for another 30 minutes, right? Roughly about 30 more minutes, and then I have to go somewhere. I'll be shutting off this live stream, but I'll see you on Thursday then. But let me say this very clearly. The people who look very successful today, they have worked in the background for a lot longer time than you can imagine, right? If Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, is one of the top 5 richest people in the world, it did not happen overnight, right? Amazon started back in 1991 and they were selling books only in California. Okay, it used to only have books, or Amazon Jeff Bezos used to carry and hand deliver those books at a certain point of time, very early age, right? It took Amazon a lot of years to come to where it is today, approximately about 30 years roughly, right? So overnight success किसी को नहीं मिलता है, वो सिर्फ लगता है, ठीक है? आप वो चीज़ नहीं देखते, वो चीज़ भूल जाते हो आप. नोटिस करना कि उसने, किसी बंदे ने, लड़का है या लड़की, इन लोगों ने कितना स्ट्रगल करा होगा, कितनी मेहनत करी होगी इन द बैकग्राउंड, इन द शैडोज. और working quietly is actually much better, right? When you're starting something and nobody notices you, when you're not in the spotlight, that's actually your advantage, right? उसको use करिए. किसी को आपके बारे में नहीं पता, किसी को नहीं पता ये क्या कर रहा है, कर रही है, you know, things like that. You're not getting judged, you're not getting eyeballed, you know, things like that. That is your advantage. Utilize that. Do make the best of it, right? I can see a very big message from Ye Bish 0_0. So I'm going to read it aloud for you. I'm sure all of you can read it as well. I'm planning to get into influencing, but I'm not that excellent in dancing, singing, and informative content is very hard to keep someone watching. That's true. That's true. Uh, but Yebish, I would like to say exactly the same thing, right? I'm not good at dancing. I'm not good at singing, and informative content is something that I do, right? And it's difficult to get people watching you for a longer period of time. But I just don't do informative content for others. Okay, I'm not a motivational guru, right? I'm not doing a lecture for you guys, right? This is my way of talking to myself, more importantly, right? YouTube as a platform is my way of talking to myself, repeating things that I need to learn, right? I need to teach myself. And if this helps you guys, even one of you, that'll be the highlight of all of this, right? I'm also learning, man. I am learning by being here. I'm trying to be somebody who's putting deliberately himself in a uncomfortable situation, right? This does not come very naturally to me as well. I'm also shy at times. I'm not shy in general. I'm not a shy person. I'm an extrovert. I'm very open, right? But camera shyness is something that I am trying to overcome, and this is my way of doing it, right? And I'm sharing all this information, not just for you guys. I'm sharing it for myself as well, right? Because uh, this is a phase in my life where I also need to introspect, right? I need to tell a couple of things, remind myself of the same things again and again, tell myself of the dreams that I've seen, right? So things like that. So all of this goes a long way, right? uh, Ume Farva. Let's have that name. So Saddam, a very big shout out to you as well. A very big shout out to Ume Farva for joining. Thank you guys so much. By the way, my name is Gakan Chauhan. I stay in Delhi, NCR. I'm live from Faridabad precisely. I can see another comment. I'm planning to be medical oriented. I'm a second year student, MBBS student. I just want to explore different things. Of course, why not? Why not? Absolutely, you should, right? Who's stopping you, right? But I just want to say one thing to you, Yebish, that don't get involved in too many things. Okay, exploring is good, right? But only when you're shining on one thing. If your uh, if your studies, your MBBS study is not getting affected, by all means explore other things. But if that is suffering, your primary thing is suffering, then there's no point moving into another direction unless MBBS is not your primary thing, right? Forcefully कोई जबरदस्ती करवा रहा है, then that's a different thing. But if it's not uh, required, don't indulge in too many affairs, right? Shreya, a very big shout out to you as well. Thank you so much for joining and taking out time today on this live stream. Once again, we are having uh, real conversations. This is me being honest with you, and if you're enjoying yourself, whether you're enjoying listening to me, whether you're enjoying the background music, whether you're enjoying the calmness of this live stream, don't forget to hit the like button. I'll be here for another 20 minutes, roughly, approximately. So feel free. There's no rush. Hang around for a bit and drop your name in the comment section. I'll have it written down over here. I'm writing names of all the people who are joining us on the live stream, right? So feel free, comment your names. This does not cost you anything. So yeah, so we were talking about immediate overnight success, and immediate overnight success gets noticed by everybody, but everybody forgets the fact that there have been numerous hours, days, weeks, months, and years of hardship somebody has gone through for that overnight success, or for that success to be visible to the world, right? It does not happen in one night, right? Rome was not built in a day. YouTube was not built in a day, right? YouTube की ना history जाके check कर लेना. How much time and how many variations they had to go through before YouTube actually saw any sort of attraction. You will see billions of people watching YouTube videos today. When YouTube started off, for the first 6 months to a year's time, there was hardly anyone going on YouTube. Okay? So there's nothing like overnight success. By the way, I can see Tobias, then Hart, then Kathleen. Okay. Tobias loves Kathleen. Okay, sure, why not? Absolutely. A big shout out to both Tobias and Kathleen. So let me write their names and then we continue this conversation, which yeah, Tobias, Kathleen is done. I can see a couple of more names. Simran, I saw somewhere in the middle. Did I miss it? Yeah, Simran is there with a heart, right? A big shout out to Simran as well. Thank you guys for joining in. A very good evening to all of you. Habib, a very big shout out to you as well, Habib. Habibi, what's happening, my dear friend? Ronak, a very big shout out to you as well, Ronak. Let me pull this up a little bit so that it comes into perspective once again. I think you won't be able to see the notepad. Okay. Yeah, there it is. Somebody is writing down Simran Rajput. Hello भैया, thank you मेरा नाम लेने के लिए, आप बहुत अच्छे हो. Thank you यार सिमरन. सिर्फ मैं ही अच्छा नहीं हूँ यार, आप सब भी बहुत अच्छे हो, राइट? जिसको दूसरे में अच्छाई दिखती है वो आपस अपने अंदर में बहुत अच्छा होता है यार. सो और पता है ये बहुत ज़रूरी है. Instead of finding good in other people, try to find good in yourself. अपने में अच्छाई ढूंढोगे ना, अपने आप को अच्छा कर लोगे तो दुनिया अपने आप अच्छी लगनी शुरू हो जाएगी. The world will become much more pleasant and beautiful to live in if you just be good from within. Okay, so try that. It'll just be a much more happier place to live in, right, for all of us. Very big shout out to Jenny and Sai King as well. Sai King, I think you're coming again, so welcome back, brother. A big shout out to Jenny as well. So we were talking about overnight success, and it does not happen overnight. It takes its own time, and you just don't notice it. It's something that is very private to people, right? You don't see other people struggle. You don't see them being in that uncomfortable place because they are not in the spotlight, right? And these people who become successful, they are constantly building in silence, right? चीख चीख के नहीं बताते हैं. If you are under a spotlight, अगर आप दुनिया को बता दोगे अपने plans के बारे में सब कुछ, तो everybody will start looking at you. Everybody will start putting their attention, their thoughts and their emotions and their opinions, right, onto you, right, and will try to guide you in the direction which will not lead you to be successful, right? So very important lesson is that do not reveal your plans to people unless you have achieved them, right, immensely, right? Because envy is a real strong thing that happens, that's very real as well. And you do not want other people's opinions who have never achieved anything in life, right? So stop putting yourself in the spotlight. Work in silence, okay? Whatever you're doing, whether you're studying, appearing for some examinations, whether you're appearing for a job interview, right, whether you're starting up a business, right, Just work in silence, keep doing your thing, keep working, right? Be it hard work or be it smart work, just keep going in the direction that you chose to walk in the first place, right? Without screaming and shouting and telling the world what you're doing or what you're about to do, right? That will keep you away from the spotlight, right? And people will end up underestimating you because they don't know what you're doing, they don't know what your plans are, right? And when you are underestimated, when once you are underrated, you have that unfair advantage of not being noticed, right? And that's when real power comes into play. That's when you can really go all out on your dreams, on your plans, on your milestones, on your goals, right? You are completely focused because there's nobody telling you anything, there's nobody judging you, they're not passing down their opinions onto you because they don't know what the fuck you're doing, right? So be silent, right? Completely, right? I can see a couple of more names flowing in. Javed, Emma. Okay. A big shout out to Javed and Emma for joining us. I hope you are doing well from wherever you are joining us from. So Yebish writes, thanks mate for your words. Tanishka, this side felt like coming from an elder brother. Yeah, absolutely. Count me as an elder brother or a younger brother, a friend or a partner, any which ways that brings you comfort, right? Because this is not just helping you. In all honesty, I'll be very honest with all of you guys, right? So the conversation that I'm doing with you guys, right? I'm not trying to do this conversation only with you guys, right? It's not a facade. It's not something that I'm doing just to fake it, just to get views or just to get more subscribers or likes from you guys. You know, I've done all of that in the past. And now I've realized I don't want to be fake anymore. So I'm having this conversation with myself. I'm looking at myself in the camera and I'm talking to myself. I'm telling myself exactly what I'm telling you guys, right? Yes, I am streaming because I feel that if I'm talking to myself, if I'm telling myself something, I might be able to help somebody out there who needs to listen to this conversation, right? And that's what it is. I can see a lot of lot of names being put across there. प्लीज आप हिंदी में बोलो, इंग्लिश में कुछ कुछ खुश नहीं रहा है भेजे में, घुस नहीं रहा है भेजे में. ओके यार, हिंदी में बोलने की कोशिश करूंगा यार. यार वो कहते हैं ना, कुत्ते की पूंछ टेढ़ी रहती है हमेशा. तो मैं वैसा ही हूँ यार. मैं बहुत कोशिश करता हूँ हिंदी में बात करने की, बट कुत्ते की पूंछ की तरह हूँ. तो ऑनेस्टली वापस से ना इंग्लिश की तरफ चला जाता हूँ. तो वो थोड़ा सा है बिकॉज मेरे लिए ना थोड़ा इंग्लिश में बात करना इज अ लिटिल मोर कंफर्टेबल, राइट? आई फील मोर रिलैक्स्ड व्हेन आई एम टॉकिंग इन इंग्लिश बिकॉज हिंदी में ना एक तो इतने डिफिकल्ट वर्ड्स है, तो वो थोड़ा हो जाता है. बट मैं ज़रूर कोशिश करूँगा आपसे हिंदी में बात करने की. आई एम सो सॉरी. मैं देसी लड़का हूँ यार, प्रॉपर दिल्ली का हूँ, राइट? बॉर्न एंड रेज्ड इन साउथ पार्ट ऑफ दिल्ली. बट आदत पड़ गई है थोड़ी इंग्लिश में बोलने की. सो it comes out naturally even without thinking about it, like it just happened right now once again. So yes, but कोशिश करेंगे यार. Absolutely. I can see Kangana here as well. Kangana, a very big shout out to you. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you're enjoying your time here on the live stream. I can see Yadvi as well. A big shout out to Yadvi as well. So we were talking about spotlight और कैसे आप बिना शोर मचाए सिर नीचे करके अपना काम करते रहो, वो ज़्यादा अच्छा है आपके लिए. इंस्टेड ऑफ कि आप दुनिया को चीख चीख के पहले ही बता दोगे यार मैं एक धंधा खोलने वाला हूँ, मैं दुकान खोलने वाला हूँ, मैं यहाँ पढ़ाई करने वाला हूँ, पहले ही बता दोगे ना तो इट विल बिकम वेरी डिफिकल्ट यार. सब लोग एक तो सबके अपने ना ओपिनियंस होते हैं, अपने थॉट्स होते हैं, और वो जिन्होंने कुछ जिंदगी में करा नहीं होता ना, उन लोगों के ज़्यादा होते हैं. जिसने कभी जिंदगी में धंधा नहीं करा ना, वो तुम्हें मना कर देगा धंधा ना करने के लिए, क्योंकि वो खुद कुछ नहीं कर पाया तो तुम्हें भी रोक देगा. ठीक है यार, कैसे करेगा, पैसे कहाँ से लाएगा, राइट, कहाँ फंस रहा है, राइट, तो थिंग्स आर मल्टीपल थिंग्स यार. सो वर्क इन साइलेंस यार, कंप्लीट अपना सर नीचे करिए, खामोशी में अपने प्लान्स को एग्जीक्यूट करते रहिए. And that's the way to go about it. That's the best policy. So don't, अपने आप को ना कभी भी स्पॉटलाइट में मत डालो, चुपचाप अपना काम करते रहो. एक दिन आएगा जब तुम्हारे पास सब कुछ होगा और दूसरा बंदा तुम्हें देख के ये बोलेगा यार इसका तो ओवरनाइट सक्सेस हो गया है, क्योंकि उसको नहीं पता होगा आपने अपनी कितनी मराई है, आपने कितनी मेहनत लगाई है, दिन रात एक करा है, हाउ मच टाइम यू, हाउ मेनी डेज और नाइट्स यू हैव स्लेप्ट only for a limited number of hours, right? And you worked your ass off to get to where you are, right? uh, सिमरन टेंशन ना ले यार, वो नाइट बॉट करता रहता है ये सब चीज़ें, तो डोंट वरी अबाउट दिस. आई कैन, वो ब्लॉक कर भी देगा ना तेरा कमेंट, डिलीट कर भी देगा तो मेरे को दिख जाता है तेरा कमेंट, तो टेंशन ना ले यार, तू लिखती रहे तेरा जो मन है ना, वट एवर यू वांट टू राइट, right, and I can see your comments, right? So I notice and I can read, but yes, so what happens is basically you should continue to build things ekdam chupchap, ekdam silently. You should continue to build, because silence is building a lot of things. अगर आप चुपचाप काम कर रहे हो ना, तो बहुत सारी चीज़ें हो रही हैं. आप you are basically growing your skill set. It's also helping you build your confidence level to a lot of extent, right? You feel more confident because there's nobody to judge you, nobody to demean you or pass judgment on you, right? कोई ये नहीं सोचता आपके बारे में कि और आपको ये नहीं बोलता यार तेरे में तो स्किल नहीं है, तेरे में ये नहीं है, तो तेरे में ये कमी है, तेरी तू ये कैसे करेगा, ये वो. तो जब ये बातें सुनाई नहीं देती, तो अब यू बिकम मोर कॉन्फिडेंट, आपका कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल अप हो जाता है, और कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल अप हो जाता है तो अथॉरिटी आ जाती है. अथॉरिटी इज बेसिकली a byproduct of being confident, right? So confidence obviously builds you more authoritative, right? And authority attracts attention, and it's not the other way around, right? You can't you can't go ahead and be and do and scream and everything and command authority like that. Right? अगर attention चाहिए, उसके लिए आपको authority बनानी पड़ती है. You need to be authoritative in the first place, right? And how you become authoritative is by building up your confidence level, right? So if you have good confidence, naturally the authority will come, and authority will bring you that attention, right? So it's all interconnected, right? So you need to be a little careful of that thought process as well, right? यार इतने सारे दिल लिख दिए, मेरी बीवी ने देख लिया ना तो लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग करवाना बंद कर देगी. I'm just kidding, it's all right, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. But yes, lot of things, right? So if you're just joining in, अगर आप नए हैं, पहली बार ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं, so मैं हूँ यार, और 5-7 मिनट के लिए लाइव. एक्चुअली ना फैमिली में कोई आया हुआ है दिल्ली के बाहर से, और वो उनका प्लेन लैंड कर गया एयरपोर्ट पे, तो वील हैव टू गो पिक देम अप. सो मैं हूँ अभी 5-10 मिनट और आई विल बी ऑनलाइन फॉर अनदर 5-10 मिनट्स टॉकिंग टू यू गाइस. But if you're joining in right now, thank you so much for taking our time. I'll be live once again tomorrow, which is Wednesday. कल फिर से लाइव आऊँगा, 6:30 बजे आता हूँ मैं शाम को, 6:30 के आसपास. I come live every day, Monday to Friday. लेकिन Monday, Tuesday, Thursday और Friday, 4 days I do this. 4 दिन है जब मैं आपसे बातें करता हूँ और मैं आप सभी के नाम लिखता हूँ, right? That's the usual thing जो हम करते हैं. So on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday and Friday we write names, we make real conversations. But in the middle of the week, which is Wednesday, on Wednesday हम लोग करते हैं channel review. So I'll be live tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time on a Wednesday. Every week Wednesday we review your channels. So अगर आप content creator हैं, if you're a content creator, you want some honest feedback, you want somebody to look at your channel, you want somebody to give you some sort of tips, or just share their opinion with you on how to grow your channel. Tomorrow is the day you should join me, right? So yes, feel free to join me tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time on a Wednesday, which will be 18th of February, and that's what happens, right? Channel review. Uh, so basically, you should never rush silence, right? You should कभी घबराना नहीं चाहिए silence से. You should obviously uh, keep moving ahead, right, in silence, because silence is basically moving ahead in silence is more like a training ground, right? जहाँ पे आप प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हो, राइट? और प्रैक्टिस जितनी ज़्यादा करोगे ना उतना अच्छा है. प्रैक्टिस मेक्स यू परफेक्ट, राइट? सो चुपचाप अपना काम करते रहो, किसी को बिना बताएं, एंड दे विल कम अ डे व्हेन पीपल विल फील दैट यू हैव रिसीव्ड overnight success. I will stop talking Nati. I don't know how to spell out or pronounce your name. Sippi Minit Nati. But I don't know how to do this. But I will stop talking in another couple of minutes because I'm going offline, right? But in general, if you're wanting me to stop talking, that'll be very difficult for you to make me do, because I don't shut up very easily, right? I'm like that. But that's okay. I can see Sapna ji's name was deleted, Shashwat. So a very warm welcome to Shashwat as well. A big shout out to you. Uh, so yeah, I'm here for another couple of minutes. I just want to say a few things to you before I leave for the day, and work in silence, because silence is your building ground, your training ground, where you practice, right? And you constantly keep on learning the tricks of the trade, right? And you will never come to know how and when you have achieved the success, or achieved or reached your dream goal, right? Working in silence, building patiently, right? And uh, everything changes when this happens, right? Being underrated is not, and should not feel like rejection. Being underrated should feel more like incubation, right? Uh, that you are constantly under a space where you have freedom to explore, to make mistakes, right? And to learn and grow. So yeah, uh, so those are my end thoughts, right? So basically, everybody who was here and spent time with me, thank you so much for listening to this conversation, because majority of us are underestimated, and that's actually a benefit for us. Being underrated for me is basically, I get time for myself, right? I get the opportunities for myself, I get my training grounds up, I get my space to myself, and it's basically doing my things again and again, making my own mistakes and learning from those mistakes, which help me grow, even slowly, slow progression, right? It's slow progress, it's still helping me become better and better as the time grows, because with every practice run, or every, I would take a real example. With every YouTube live stream, I am growing, okay? Something changes, something helps me grow. My delivery enhances, my voice modulations get better, right? My confidence gets better with every live stream, right? My presentation skills get better, very slowly, right? But it's working in the background, and you might not notice it, but it's constantly helping you become the better version of you, right? So that's what it is. And yeah, I personally wish all the best to all of you guys, right? Be the underdogs, be underrated, be let people underestimate you, because there will come a time when you will come out shining, right? And dream big, guys, dream big, bigger than you can, right? And that's all the time we had today, but I would like to thank all of you guys for spending time with me. It was a beautiful day spent with all of you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time, and we will review some channels tomorrow. I'll share my honest feedback, and we'll take it from there. Till then, you have a wonderful evening ahead. If you're in India or if you're in a different part of the world, have a beautiful day ahead. Take care of yourself. Be nice, and I'll see you tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Take care of yourself, guys. Have lots of fun. Bye. Oh, I can see one name, Dua Rani, right? So I'll write it down before I leave. I don't want to disappoint them. So a big shout out to Dua Rani. Thank you for joining. But that's all the time we had today. So kal milte hain. We'll see you tomorrow, and we'll make some more conversations, right? So take care. Have lots of fun, guys. Take care. See you tomorrow. Bye.